It's Heavenlia. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since the last time I posted a video, and it's just, there's been a lot going on. Obviously, we have a whole pandemic going through the world right now, so that's been really stressing me out. So I haven't really been focusing on my channel for a long while now because I needed to take time away to kind of just recollect myself because I was already going through a lot at that time. And I'm here to tell you about what the fuck's been going on and why I've been so absent on my channel. Years ago, something was happening to me and I was going through something that I don't really feel comfortable enough talking about it right now on the internet, but I will eventually come out with a story time for you guys, or whatever you would call it, about what I went through. My emetophobia, me going through emetophobia and all that, got a lot of people's attention, and I was able to actually help a few people because I give people something to relate to and realize that they aren't alone in this situation. I think coming out with that would be something that would help a lot of people and give a lot of people strength. That thing that I went through for a long while, and it caused me to have major anxiety, and I had really bad depression even after it was over. My depression I was able to fix going to therapy. It wasn't fixed, but it was minimized very, very much, and I was able to cope with it. So it is a lot better now. It does reoccur sometimes, but not as intense as it was before. My anxiety, however, is very off and on and very intense at times. I really haven't been able to fully cope with it yet. I'm still even trying to figure out what the cause of it was, or what is my trigger when it comes to it. I know some of my triggers for some of my things, but the main anxiety constantly happening, I don't really know for sure what caused it in the first place, and I am still trying to figure out what caused this to happen and how I will be able to fix it once I find out why it's happening. A lot of the times when I said I was going to make a YouTube video, I put it off a lot because I didn't think that I would have anything interesting to put on my channel, and I wouldn't have anything that anyone would be able to either, you know, feel for or laugh at or whatever. Like, I didn't have any ideas that included being inside because I constantly would have extreme anxiety leaving my house. The anxiety leaving my house caused me to just eventually stay inside, especially in my room, keeping to myself, avoiding people, just not living life. That anxiety has caused me a lot of problems, obviously. It's caused me to stress out really bad. It's caused me to miss out on a lot of things I could have been doing this entire time. It made me stop going to school. It made me lose a lot of friends. When I would get anxiety, it was mainly over summertime or times when I wasn't going to school because I was in the house a lot more. When I was going to school, I did have a little bit of anxiety, but I eventually kind of coped with it while I was going to school. I did get super stressed out when I went to school, was sleep deprived, and my teacher had me go to the counselor, or like an on-campus therapist, because she noticed that I was kind of out of it. That school year went pretty fine. I was able to cope with my anxiety a little bit, but then summer came around. Once it was summertime, I didn't really get out of the house. I didn't really have a ride anywhere. I did have the option to take the bus, but the bus gave me a lot of anxiety because there was a lot of random people in a small space, which kind of scared me a little bit. So I wasn't really wanting to go on the bus. My mom was always working and she was the only one who has a car. My sister couldn't give me a ride because she didn't even like driving. My only option would be to either take the bus or have my friends pick me up. That would have been fine and dandy if I actually got invitations to go somewhere, or if my friends really talked to me. And it was kind of like, my friends did talk to me, but not as much because we all kind of, I mean, the people I did go to school with talked to me, but we didn't really make plans with each other because they were doing summer stuff. And I didn't really make plans with anyone either because I was like, me being my anxious self was overthinking, do they even like me? Like, am I annoying or something? Like, just overthinking a lot about it. I stayed in the house for a while. It wasn't like a month or anything. It was like maybe like 2 weeks or so. And I started to get anxiety when I left the house, and eventually that anxiety caused me to only want to stay inside. And when I would stay inside, I would get more anxious, thinking I'm missing out on something. So then when I would try to leave, my anxiety would get worse and I'd be like, I don't feel like leaving. I just want to stay home. I want to be comfortable in my bed. And really, it got out of hand. My anxiety would get so bad. It got to the point where I wouldn't even leave my house. And when I did, I would get so much anxiety that I couldn't stay out. I would get nauseous. I'd have panic attacks. Like, I couldn't stay out of my house. Fast forward to the next year of school. I thought that it would fix me like it did last time, and it made me feel better, and I got to cope with my anxiety. I thought it would work this time. However, when I went to school, I had worse anxiety than I did the year before. I had panic attacks. I couldn't stay at school for longer than a couple of hours. I was constantly feeling nauseous. I couldn't eat anything because I was out of my house and I didn't feel comfortable. And I would constantly go and sit by myself in the mornings because I really just wanted to try to regain myself and try to bring myself back to the present, because I was constantly in the future thinking something bad is gonna happen, something is wrong, like whatever, just overthinking everything. That went on for a little while. I don't remember how long it went on for, but I was having breakdowns in the bathrooms. I was crying. I felt so pressured to do like literally nothing. Like I felt so much anxiety and I didn't know what to do. And I couldn't get rides home from my mom because she was working. And I didn't want to take the bus because that would just make my anxiety 10 times worse. So I would call anyone I could to have them pick me up or whatever. Or I would try to like wait it out, but then have panic attacks and all kinds of stuff. It was a mess. So I eventually stopped showing up to school. I told my mom I didn't want to go because I was pressured. I would tell my mom I didn't feel good because I didn't want to go. And also because I wasn't feeling good because of my anxiety. And I was extremely stressed, so I wasn't eating. And I was just having all kinds of problems. And I told her I didn't want to go. And eventually she understood and kind of just let me off. I talked to one of the counselors at the school, or one of the people who work in the offices. I talked to them about what was going on, and I asked them if I can like just get my GED and get out and not have to go anymore because clearly it's causing me too much stress. And even if it was my last year, I couldn't even last like a month. So how would I, or maybe it was more than a month, but how would I finish if I couldn't even last that long? My anxiety was getting really bad. And so I stayed home. I didn't go anywhere, didn't think about a job, didn't think about GED, didn't think about anything. I just needed to kind of bring myself back to the present and stop stressing over the stupidest little things. I had a talk with my mom a while ago, and she told me that my anxiety has been on and off like this for 3 years, 3.5 years maybe, but it's been going on for a while. I didn't know what to do. I was really stressing out. I was worrying all the time. My anxiety was causing me to stop eating, stop doing anything. I just wanted to stay in my room. I was low-key depressed for a little while because of that, and I didn't know what to do. Well, my mom suggested I try CBD. And I was very open to that idea because I do not like taking pills. I do not like doing any of that. I would rather go a more natural way, which CBD seems the most natural that I can think of, besides, meditation or something. I've been trying CBD for a couple months now, I think, and I started out with a brand called Royal CBD, this right here, and it goes up to 1 milliliter, and you're supposed to fill it up and obviously drop it under your tongue, hold it for a minute minimum, so you can go as long as you need, or you feel like however long you think it takes to soak it in, and then you swallow it, and then you should be good. I noticed that this was actually helping indoors when I'd have indoor anxiety. It was actually helping a little bit, and it also helped with some pains that I get occasionally, and it was helping with my period, because that was kind of because of all the stress, it was going kind of whack, and I was losing my appetite during it, and I was always nauseous, and I was in pain all the time. But then when I started taking the CBD, it actually caused me to be hungrier like I used to during my period, and it caused me less pain. Then I ordered a 1,000 milligram bottle, which has 33 milligrams per serving. It has the same deal with the 500 milligram. Oh, also to mention that the CBD was also helping me sleep. I usually take chamomile tea every night before I go to sleep because my anxiety keeps me up and I get insomnia or whatever it's called. And so I was taking CBD and taking CBD and drinking chamomile So that was helping me sleep, and it was also helping me stay asleep because I would wake up several times during the night when I would go to sleep before I had CBD or chamomile. I have tried, after I take the CBD, I'd go out in public, I would have a little bit of anxiety still, like it's not completely diminished, it's not all the way gone. I still have slight anxiety when I go out, but as long as I keep myself distracted, I have no anxiety. When I take the CBD, I feel a lot more relaxed during the day. I don't have constant panic or constant anxiety feelings, or I'm not constantly anxious or thinking about things that I don't even really need to be thinking about, or overthinking things. I've been a lot calmer. I've been able to sleep. I've been able to eat. I was able to not think about, what if this makes me sick? What if this does this? What if this does that? Instead, I just eat the food and think, this food is good. And I don't think about what it's gonna do to me later. I don't care about getting fat. I really don't. I wanna get fat, all right? On to this coronavirus business. I understand completely why they would lock us in, because they don't want it to spread around. It could, you gotta think, you gotta be conscious of other people's stuff, so they could get sick, they could die from it. So, you know, we gotta be conscious, we gotta stay inside. So then other people, even if you are able to handle it just fine, there's some people who can't. There's a speck in the air. Some people who can't handle it that well, so stay inside, okay? Don't be ruining my spring break. I don't care if your spring break is ruined, all right? You can have another spring break next year. Just come back, go inside. Don't be spreading this shit around to like the old people with weak immune systems. And I am tired of people saying that it's really not that big of a deal. Because it's like, if it wasn't that big of a deal, why would they lock us inside? Why would they say it's a pandemic if it's really not that big of a deal?
Not only that, but people are literally dying. Just saying.
This is just my opinion, okay? Obviously staying inside is not my opinion. That should just be a given. You should just be staying the fuck inside. But my opinion is that this is it's not like serious, like, oh, we're all gonna fucking die. I mean, it could be, I don't know, but what I think is that it is a serious thing because there's a lot of people who could get sick, who could die from it. And those people matter just as much as you do. Nobody's lesser than another person. Everyone's equal here. And I know not a lot of people are treated equally, but I believe that everyone is equal. Everyone matters just as much as the next person. Doesn't matter what race, what religion, what gender, whatever. For people to just be that selfish, like, first of all, taking all the damn toilet paper. Like, why do you not leave some for the next person to go and get some toilet paper? What if it's some elderly couple who can't find some toilet paper? Like, they probably need it more than you do. And why are you hogging all the toilet paper? People stress buying and buying all this food and whatever. Yes, I understand you're gonna buy stuff so you can stay inside and you don't have to go to the store again. But do not take more than you need to. If you're just gonna take extras, the next person who comes by and needs that stuff isn't gonna have any because you took it all. This is not just like a sickness. This is like, with all the stuff shutting down, this could also cause a lot more than just killing people with a virus. Stay inside. If they tell you to stay inside, stay inside. Don't hog all the toilet paper. Don't hog all the food, all right? Just be conscious of that. There's other people on this earth than just you. We need to all come together in this to be stronger. I've been hearing about people attacking people of Asian descent because of the whole coronavirus, saying that it's their fault or beating them up because they think it's their fault. It's really not their fault. It's not the citizens' fault, okay? But you really shouldn't be attacking someone because of their race or because of where they're from. You shouldn't be attacking someone like that. That's like the stupidest thing ever. I'm gonna end this video because I really don't have anything else to talk about, and I'll probably come back with another video soon. I'm going to try to get back into my YouTube channel. I'm going to try to be doing some fun stuff, so I'll bring you guys back. I'm coming back, baby. That was disgusting, I'm sorry. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay inside. Don't be selfish. Help whoever needs help, but don't get yourself sick and spread it to other people. And I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.